would you do if I told you that all the ancient history you are studying is wrong, and that man in the past was not just a hunter living in caves and forests, and that there was a civilization before us that was very advanced and complex, which ended with a great flood that drowned the entire planet Earth and disappeared under cities, societies, and an entire civilization? And this theory was put forward by the researcher. The truth is, in the British Grand, who knows himself as the #1 enemy of paleontologists and archaeologists. And this is because his theory destroys all the constants that this science is based on the theory, which says in short that there was a very advanced human civilization that ended because of a cosmic event that occurred 12,000 years ago, specifically at the end of the Ice Age. And this happened because of a meteorite colliding with planet Earth, which caused an avalanche that resulted in a great flood that drowned the entire planet Earth and left the water level rising 120 meters from a place on it and a star from this event. A very small number of people also say that all the monuments that exist in the world are from monuments, pyramids, and temples are a huge astronomical project that was sent as a warning to us from our ancestors. Hancock based his theory on three things. The first thing was the discoveries and archaeological sites of the lost civilization. The second thing was the geological survey of these places. The third thing was the popular myths and religious beliefs of the residents of the regions, and within 30 years, he turned the whole world around them and conducted research and studies with the help of more than 100 specialized scientists, including archaeologists, historians, human beings, astronomy, and geologists. And in order to understand Hancock's complex theory, we will need to focus on what is coming well, and we will start with the first piece of evidence with Hancock, which is the archaeological sites in Indonesia. There is a hill called Dank, which the scientific community believes was formed by volcanoes 2,500 years ago. But after examination, geological survey of the place using the latest equipment discovered that it dates back to about 24,000 years. And discovered underneath a tunnel connects to 3 rooms distributed along the roof of the building at a depth of 30 meters underground. This place is 24 years old. It is impossible for it to have been built by a primitive human, and thousands of years ago there was a very advanced civilization. We still do not know anything about it. The second site I am talking about, Hancock, is the Temple of Jansia, located on the island Malta, which scientists believe was built 5,600 years ago, and that the first human presence on the island was from 7,900 years ago. But Hancock, after studies and research, discovered on the island fossils of animals 11,600 years old, found in layers of sediment inside a place called Gar al-Dalam. The second surprise is that a group of archaeologists discovered human teeth of primitive humans in the same layer, and this means that there was human activity on the island. At the time of the Ice Age, this is based on Hancock's theory and contradicts the approach of the scientific community. What is also strange is that the island of Malta has 19 buildings resembling Degan, meaning they represent different times. What is strange is that each one of them has a vision for one side other than the other. However, using modern technology, it is able to reveal the movement of stars for thousands of years. This proves that these temples were a huge astronomical project, and that every one of them, at the time of its construction, was a vision of a star, Yemeni poetry, or series. Okay, what do these buildings have to do with the Yemeni poetry star? Focus on what is coming to understand that in Turkey, there is a building called Göbekli Tepe, is one of the oldest huge buildings on the face of the earth. It is 11,600 years old. It was built after the end of the Ice Age. This is the same period in which scientists confirmed that man at that time was living in caves. The building consists of 4 rooms surrounded by Aswan. The strange thing is that all of these buildings reach the same direction. The deviation is slight between each building. The second is exactly like the temples of Malta. The strangest thing is that all the rooms in this place are open to the sky, and the facing of these rooms was at the time they were built. She was looking at the Yemeni poetry star, Barda. Scientists discovered in this principle engravings of animals that resemble the astrological constellations. Using modern technology, they discovered that the engravings carved into the rocks on the floor correspond to the arrangement of the astrological constellations in the year 10,800